Syrian government forces are accused of carrying out a mass massacre at Sweida National Hospital, killing even patients, including children, amid escalating sectarian conflict. The stench of death and bodies scattered everywhere have sparked outrage among witnesses. Authorities have promised an investigation, as the city remains under strict lockdown.
The Syrian government is accused of carrying out a massacre at a hospital amid a bloody ethnic conflict that erupted more than a week ago. Sweida National Hospital, where doctors and medical staff confirmed that many patients were killed right in their hospital rooms. The first impression upon arrival is the overwhelming stench of death. In the parking area of the main hospital in Sweida City, dozens of decomposing bodies were neatly placed in white plastic bags. Some of the victims killed there were no longer covered, exposing horribly swollen or mutilated body parts, evidence of the brutal slaughter that took place. The layer of asphalt beneath their feet became slippery with blood. Under the scorching sun, the air was thick with the smell of death. It was a massacre, confirmed neurosurgeon Dr. Wissam Masood at the hospital. He said, "The soldiers came here saying they wanted to bring peace, but they killed many patients, from children to the elderly." Masood provided a video that he said was recorded right after the government raid. In the footage, a woman leads the way, showing the scene inside the hospital, where dozens of deceased patients still lay on the floor, wrapped in blood-soaked bedsheets. From doctors and nurses to volunteers here, all recounted the same story. On Wednesday night last week, Syrian government forces allegedly entered the hospital and carried out the attack, targeting the Druze religious community, a minority group in the country. At the hospital, volunteer Kines Abu Mutab raised a painful question about the victims. What crime did they commit? Just because they are a minority in a democratic country, they entered the hospital. They started shooting everyone. They even shot patients lying in bed while they were sleeping. In this conflict, all sides have been accused of human rights violations. Bedouin gunmen, Druze fighters, and Syrian government forces all face accusations of killing civilians and conducting extrajudicial executions. So far, what actually happened in the hospital remains unclear. Some eyewitnesses at the scene said the death toll on that Wednesday night may exceed 300, but this figure has not been independently verified. On Tuesday night, the Syrian Ministry of Defense released a statement saying it had received information about shocking violations committed by individuals in military uniforms in Sweida, an area predominantly inhabited by the Druze community. Earlier this week, Syrian Minister of Disaster Management and Emergency Response, Mr. Raid Saleh, stated that all allegations of brutality by any party would be thoroughly investigated. Access to Sweida City is currently very limited. Government forces strictly control entry and exit, making it extremely difficult to gather evidence from the scene. Authorities have imposed tight restrictions, allowing only a few people to go in or out along the way. Shops and buildings were scorched black, with many vehicles crushed by tanks. The scene indicates that Sweida experienced intense fighting between Druze and Bedouin armed groups. At that time, the Syrian government intervened for the first time to impose a ceasefire. Although many Druze villages in the province were retaken by government forces, the city, home to more than 70,000 people, remains completely under Druze control. A heartbreaking image. 8-year-old girl Hala al-Khatib sits in a chair with her aunt. Hala's face was covered in blood and wrapped tightly in medical bandages, and it appears one of her eyes was lost. Her aunt said that while hiding in a closet at home, gunmen stormed in and shot her in the head. Hala is still unaware that both her father and mother were killed in the incident.